Good morning, students. Hope you all are well. Today we are going to study civics new chapter number 4, local self-government in urban areas. Okay, so let's start. Now in this chapter we are going to study need for urban local government and self-government bodies in the urban areas, functions and their compositions. Okay, so before starting, now all of you open page 184. Now, during the ancient period, the Mauryans had established an elaborate system, okay, of municipal governance. Clear all of you? In Patliputra, and at that time their capital, at that time was the capital city. Now under Mughals, the Karwal looked after the municipal administration of towns. It means that at all the time period, municipal administration, municipal working bodies, local bodies were there, okay, to look after the workings. Now, at the time when Britishers came, municipal corporations were established. Clear all of you? So, at the time of Mauryan empires, their own setup was there. Then Mughals came, their own setup was there, and when the Britishers came, they established municipal cooperation in Madras, that right now it is Chennai, then in Bombay, that is Mumbai, and Calcutta, that is Kolkata today. Clear all of you? Now, after recognizing the needs of the local bodies in urban areas, after the independence, people and all the government made the amendments to make it more independent because of the needs they used to fulfill, because of their composition and because of their functions. Okay, and because they play a very important role. Now, today, municipal governments are directly elected by the people and have much more power than before. Clear all of you? In India, local self-government for the urban areas is called municipal corporation and municipality. Clear all of you? We all are aware of municipal corporations and municipality of our city. Yes. Now in cities, people, how they elect? They elect their representatives or councillors. Okay. Whereas villages, common people directly manage. Clear? They directly manage the affairs of the areas. Means after electing, there is no need of going in the court. There is no need of going in the to the higher officers, because it will going to take a lots of time. So whatever their disputes, whatever their affairs are there, they directly used to talk with the representative and they solve their matters. Okay. Now, in order to form local bodies, towns and cities are divided into various categories. For the proper functioning, they used to divide the towns and cities, they used to divide in various categories. Now, how and where, in which type of cities they are and how they are working. Like in small towns with a population of up to 20,000, are divided by looking each and every you can say wards, by dividing each and every wards in the small cities up to the 20,000 population. Okay, and they used to make a small town committee. Okay, now cities with a population between 20,000 to 1 lakh, they have municipal committees. Okay, they have municipal committees up to 20,000 population. They have small town committee. Then they have municipal committee. Now metropolitan. Clear all of you? Metropolitan. What are metropolitan cities? Where the population is above 1 million. Okay, like Mirzapur. It's not metropolitan city. But Mumbai is a metropolitan city. So metropolitan cities with the population of more than 1 million people are looked after the municipal corporation. Like in Mumbai they are having municipal corporation. Okay, or Mahanagarpalika is there. Clear all of you? Now, Nagar Panchayat. This was the introduction. Now let's study about the Nagar Panchayat. So first it came with the Nagar Panchayat. So it is set up for an area that is changing from rural to urban. Okay, and cannot be set up in such an area. It has a local self-governing body. Clear all of you? Again I am repeating. A Nagar Panchayat is a setup for an area. Clear all of you? For those areas especially which are changing from rural to urban. Clear all of you? Changing from rural to urban and cannot be set up in such an area. It has local self-governing body. Okay, it could be a small township like. Okay, small townships are there, means sometimes population of the village grows, village develop, and government used to convert that village into township area. Yes, or in the city. After township it becomes the city. So for that new Nagar Panchayat is established, but population should be more than 30,000. Clear all of you? The population should be more than 30,000 but less than 1 lakh inhabitants should be there. Okay, getting my point? Now one example is there. Nagar Panchayat of Machhiwara was formed in November 1977 in place of Gram Panchayat. So this was the first Nagar Panchayat formed in November 1977. Okay, November 1977 on place of Gram Panchayat in Punjab. Through the notification. How? By giving the notification to the Punjab government. And this town was located 35 kilometers away from Ludhiana. So this previously this was the small town, small village. It was the urban and it was having the Gram Panchayat. And then after giving the notification, it was converted into Nagar Palika. Okay. The town is a historic because this was the first town that was converted. Clear? As the 10th Guru of Sikhs, Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji came to this town after the Battle of Chamkaur Sahib. Okay, because of this battle and because of the first coming of the Guru, this town was also very special. So I hope you have understood that where Nagar Panchayat is there and how Nagar Panchayat is converted. Okay. Now, in the next class, we will study about the municipal committees, the structure of the municipal committees, that they were having chairman, vice chairman, councillors, health officers, and under health officers many officers are there, the education, sanitary inspector. Okay. Go through all the lines carefully. If you feel any confusion, ask in the live classes.